EA Sports coverage of the National Football League welcomes you to South America and one of the world's most populous cities, vibrant Sao Paulo, in the southeast region of Brazil. Tonight, we've got a good one in store. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. On the KC sideline, a look at their head coach. Across from him, Chargers head coach Jim Harbaugh. His team looking for a spark, hoping their fans will give it to them here at home as we are set to go. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen set for the Friday opener. Oh, and he gets it all wrong. Penalty flag's going to come in and mark this one out beyond the 40-yard line. Herbert now on first down. And the first throw of the season is intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here. They force the INT on the game's opening drive. They go three tight ends here on 1st and 10. Now the former Russian champ, it's Kareem Hunt. And this will be a short gain down to the 41-yard line. Deion Henley there on the tackle. Quickly, a look at the key inactives in this one. Look, some big losses to begin this regular season. Forced to his right. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. To the air on 3rd down, it's Minshew. He's got a man, it's Smith-Schuster. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. 1st and 10.
A gain of 21 yards. And a first down, Chiefs.
Now a carry for Hunt. Open space inside the 10. And he will not be quite able to stretch the ball out. They're going to mark him down after that huge run all the way to the 1. They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21. Hunt is in. Touchdown, Chiefs. Harrison Butker now for the extra point. And he misses the extra point. No good, and this will remain a 6-0 game. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. And this is going to end up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball up to the 40-yard line. A pair of first downs gives them 1st and 10, up at the 40. Herbert makes the read, decides to hang on. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Herbert. There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
Ocean man is Johnston. Throwing is Herbert on. The ball's out.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
Kansas City.
Chiefs offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. from the 29. Here's second down and 5. Here's a run with Hunt. I don't think that was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain.
And it's third down.
He'll try and throw with Minshew. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. On fourth down, Super Bowl champ Harrison Butker now for the Chiefs. And that one not going to get there, and it's wide to the left as well. It's no good. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
The RPO, that one is complete. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
And the Chargers, first down.
Now it's the rookie, Omarion Hampton. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Herbert. Moving left.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
That's to the running back, Omarion Hampton. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. We are through 1. It's the Chiefs on top. We'll have more from South America and beautiful Sao Paulo after this. On 4th down, out is J.K. Scott to punt for the Chargers, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And no chance to down this one. It carries deep into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense headed back to take over once more. Greg, everyone looks forward to this Week 1 opener, but to have it so far away from home in Brazil, what kind of impact is that on the players as they get ready for the season?
I think on one hand, the NFL is such a routine, right? The guys all have their habits, they have their routines, they have kind of their weekly schedule leading up to game day. But I think because this is Week 1, Mike, and you can back into some of the travel, you can alter some of your training camp practices and whatnot leading up to the Week 1 opener. I actually think it's kind of cool. I love that the game's going global. I love that they're moving these games to different cities around the world. As we continue to see the interest in the NFL grow, I think we're going to continue to see games played outside of the United States. The players love it. The fans love it. I just think it's great for the entire brand of
They get 15 on that game. First down, KC.
First down, Kansas City.
The shotgun, a throw for Minshew. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
At the 43-yard line.
On play action, here's Minshew. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And it'll be third down. They'll fake the give, and now it's Minshew. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. And he's going to have the first down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
First down, Chiefs.
Minshew going to look to throw again. Now they'll set up the screen for Hunt. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Now we're going to get a stoppage. We have an injured Charger. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 4. Play action now with Minshew. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. He'll get this one complete to Brown. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
1st down, Chiefs.
To throw once more. Here's Minshew. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and
To the air once more is Minshew. The pressure too much, and he goes down.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again.
Oh, this pass rush dialed in right now. They get him again. That is the 9-time Pro Bowler Khalil Mack working his way in to register his 1st sack of the new season. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. He'll take a shot here, back to the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. Going on 1st down is Herbert. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They bring the tight end in motion. On 2nd down, it's McCoy. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
He was covered by Christian.
Out of the gun, here's McCoy. This pass caught right side. It's Allen. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. The Chiefs offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Greg, you take a step back and look at the AFC West big picture. This is historic stuff. Chiefs are going for a 10th straight division title. But you have to remember, 2 other teams in this division won double-digit games last year. So the question is, are the Chargers and the Broncos that far behind Kansas City?
You know, it sounds crazy. When you mentioned 9 in a row, you think, oh, they're just going to continue to run away with it. But I'm actually fascinated by this division. I think LA and Denver are a lot closer to this year's version of Kansas City, maybe than there's a lot of talk about around the rest of the league. So until someone beats them, you'd be crazy to not pick Kansas City. But last year it was a 4-game and a 5-game spread between them. I think this year, come down the stretch, that spread is going to be a lot tighter.
No, Greg, I'm thinking from the fan or even in the front office for the Chargers, or the Broncos, or the Raiders. Do I build my team to try to knock off the king of the hill? Because you only play Kansas City 2 of those 17 games. So how do you fight? And he will go all the way. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Kansas City. And Butker on for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Chiefs extend their advantage to 13-0.
Chargers, nothing. Harrison Butker, the kickoff for Kansas City.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. They play it short, take it at the 15-yard line. And this will work out quite well. They'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Greg, this was one of the good turnarounds last year. Chargers 6 games better than a year before as Jim Harbaugh came in and started maybe a new era in Chargers football.
So doesn't it just seem like when there's these coaching changes, you kind of take a look at the roster, you take a look at the circumstances of the year prior that led to the previous coach being let go, and you say, how many wins are built in? You look at the quarterback, you look at the roster, and you say,
under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Justin Herbert sacked.
So, halftime, straight ahead. We'll send it to Scott Hansen as the EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Game number 2 is at the half. Only 2.
And hold that thought. Let's get right back to it. We are ready for the third quarter. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. Now, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
you know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going for it on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. There wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Now we're going to get a stoppage. We have an injured Charger. Now Minshew. That's to Kelsey on the tight end screen. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Now a handoff, the tight end in the running game. And that is going to be good enough. He's got that first down. So conversion, and they move it to the 46-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Minshew. Downfield is caught by Brown.
Well, they had such a great first half throwing the football. There's no reason to think, Mike, coming out here for the start of the third, that anything's going to change. He's picked up right where he left off, and the numbers are indicative of just how well he's played.
They're going to go play action now with Minshew. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. 2nd and 10. Back is Minshew. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start. And a loss of yards on the play. On 3rd and long, it's Minshew. And he'll take it on in. Juju Smith-Schuster. Touchdown, KC.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. Minshew leading everybody to the line. 2-point conversion try coming up.
The Chiefs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try to pick this up with a run. And he will get into the end zone and extend the lead by 2 more. Now we're going to get a stoppage. We have an injured Charger.
Harrison Butker to kick off 4 Kansas
So now
City.
it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This fielded at about the 9. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement, what caught your eye?
I think there's so many good ones, right? You talk about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England, and Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams, but I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him, Davante Adams. I know he's not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run, he can still make every catch, he can still go up and compete at the high point. I think you put Davante Adams with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, in that offense run by Sean McVay. I think that's a sneaky, maybe not a sneaky because he's a really household name, but I think that's a great signing.
And always interesting from the offseason, the quarterback movement and unique ties. Some of the biggest names were or now are Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, and now the guy that is going to line up behind center for Seattle, Mike, is Sam Darnold. And, of course, we all saw that incredible season he had last year in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson and that really dynamic Vikings offense. So now he goes to Seattle. I think he's going to have an inspired Cooper Kupp. He was let go from the Rams. If he's healthy, he's a big weapon. Jackson Smith-Njigba, he has some pieces in that puzzle that he can push the ball downfield to. So I'm excited to see Sam. That's what everyone thought he was going to be coming out of college, and he was a high draft pick of the New York Jets.
Derwin James on the coverage.
Minshew to the air on second down. Now he'll just pitch this one out there. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. Third and 2. Here we go. From the gun, here's Minshew. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They get 22 yards there. Good for a Chiefs first down. Throwing again is Minshew. Pass is caught by Gray, right side. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back with more of the NFL after this. So, from the 37, here's second down and a yard. Well, we see a lot of this as they begin the fourth quarter on the ground. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chain.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. Third and short, fourth and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and say, okay, more likely than not.
To the goal line and in. Juju Smith-Schuster. Touchdown, Chiefs. That is second touchdown now here in the season opener. Butker's extra point is good, and the Chiefs are able to extend the advantage to 28-0.
Harrison Butker to kick off.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Short kick taken just inside the 20. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take it over once more. Well, Greg, this is going to take a lot of self-reflection here. You build up so much for the season opener. To struggle like this has got to be a tough field.
Yeah, we've never spoken to a team before their week 1 matchup where they didn't tell us this is the best training camp they've ever had. It's the best roster they've ever had. I mean, how many times have we heard that? So in this case, though, Mike, I think you have to be careful that you don't overcorrect. Of course, this did not go according to plan. This is not what they've been building to through their entire offseason schedule, but it's still also just one game. So don't throw everything in the garbage and start all over. Don't throw out all the hard work from the previous offseason. Stay the course, fix what went wrong, improve, and move on to week 2.
the Chargers, first down. First and 10.
On first and 10, here's Herbert. He'll swing this out to Hampton. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second
Go.
and
Conklin
inches.
goes in
At the
motion.
Chiefs' 45-yard line.
Run between the tackles for Hampton. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down.
And the Chargers, first down.
Quick throw. Popeyes Johnston on the RPO. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Back 80.
At the
Black.
Chiefs' 31-yard line.
Out of the pistol, here's Hampton. Maybe a couple there. It's third down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Set. Go.
Herbert going to try to throw on third down. He'll find Hampton out of the backfield. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
That's another Chargers.
Crewing, Herbert. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. And good work defensively to slow him up before he gets free. He's ushered out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
380.
To throw is Herbert. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down. Coming up.
That's a gain of 10. Brings up third.
Now Herbert again. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
Set. 380. Go.
They'll go. It's Hampton. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on fourth down. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. On the ground, this is Hunt. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. Second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
The shotgun, a throw from Minshew. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's third.
So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. And they get a small measure of revenge here, defeating the Eagles, this time in this Super Bowl rematch. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olsen. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. A game to remember for the folks here in Brazil, as we say, so long from Sao Paulo.